Hello, I'm just going to quickly pop by today. I'm going to try to keep it brief, not that deep, but I really want to talk about this topic of making money through being yourself, because this is one of the common goals or desires that many of my clients come to my energy because they want to be more themselves. They want to just be real with their unique gifts and make a profitable business or career out of it. Hi, Inoa, Donna, those that are joining, because I didn't even share in the stories that I was going to do a live, but I just really feel called to talk about this topic now. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it takes. Because I feel this is one of the biggest blockages, especially in purpose-driven women and men. We have this big, deep desire to connect to our unique gifts, but we block our abundance. Why? Because when we're very connected to our heart, when we're very connected to service, if we don't work on ourselves, on our awareness, there is a lot of unconscious guilt and conditioning connected to charging, right? And I was actually, this idea came today, like in this instant, because I come from a session with a client, and the biggest blockage she had was this, which we released it, was this fear of being judged because she was being rejected for being herself and making money from it. So one of her friends was like, I just don't understand like how you have this luxurious life and you're not even working so hard or sacrificing a struggle. You're just doing what you love. It doesn't make sense. And she felt so triggered and rejected that she literally wanted to stop posting or sharing certain things, holding herself back from shining to her fullest due to what others might say. Hi, Babylon. Hi, Juani. Alice, my darling. Hello. This topic is actually really interesting for you as well, because you like these things. So yeah, one of the biggest blockages is that we are so afraid of others' opinion and being rejected or being judged that we hide parts of ourselves. And this really happens to many of us, okay? Because the conditioning that we've received is try to fit in a box, be this type of woman, be this type of man, because you're supposed to be more cold because you're in this career or this sector. If you're in corporate, you shouldn't be connected to this parts of yourself. So we reject and hide parts of us because we don't want to be judged. Hi, Ale, darling. So for me, for example, before I started as an entrepreneur, I was a teacher. Well, I'm still a teacher. I just teach what I feel called to teach. And one of the qualities that I felt that I had was very much connected to my love and nurture. Like I was very expressive. I wasn't cold whatsoever. And one of the things that I was very rejected and caused a lot of trigger in my environment was this part of me, which is actually the feminine, my feminine energy, our feminine essence. And this is one of the things that I tended to be rejected because the response that I had to this energy was, no, you have to be more cold because if you're in this career, you have to be more professional or you can't be this way. No. So observe what parts of yourselves are you hiding, because really the parts that we tend to hide and repress are really our biggest gifts. Hi, Manuela, darling. So, for example, for you, Manuela, that you're joining, you're in the health industry, and you're a doctor and this. So when you, if you want to have or build a successful career, whether as an entrepreneur or also as an employee, you can build that success and expansion. It really starts by connecting to those gifts, that which makes us unique. And that which makes us unique are also very connected to the parts that we tend to hide because they were made wrong in the past. So when we're talking about abundance, making money through being yourself is a form of abundance. Because if we're solely focusing on the money and we are not connected to ourselves to our fullest, or we are not truly connecting to what we are fully passionate around, what's going to happen is that, yes, we can experience X money in our bank account, but we're never going to feel fulfilled. Because fulfillment comes from being you. So, what parts are you hiding because it makes other people uncomfortable? One of the things that I feel many people come to my energy is because to be here right now and be my full expression, connect to my feminine as well to my masculine, career driven, but also connected to this part of myself that is nurture, that is sensual, that is loving, that is the feminine, that is creative, and express all of me, no matter what this can cause in the external. Even if I get rejected or if I am judged, I'm being me. This is what draws to my energy in many people, because they want to be more themselves. They're like, Anna, how are you so expressive? How is it, like, what is it that you do just to be you, express and speak your truth, and just have no fear? And it's not that I don't have fear, it's that I did it with fear. And the more you start taking actions with fears, the more you're going to expand that into confidence. It's not about running away from fear. And I was talking to this week to my clients in our group session, how if you're not experiencing fear, there is a part of us that is really not expanding. There is a part of us that is not expanding because fear is the indicator that we are moving into the unknown, that we are growing. So when we have this desire or point of attraction, it's a way as well of getting to know ourselves and evolving. So if a part of you feels called or drawn right now to connect to something that you love, it can be anything. Maybe it doesn't even exist because it's so unique, or this multi-passions of you. How can we make money from it? Seeing all the beliefs and all the fears start there. The awareness of seeing the beliefs, the conditioning of why you think you cannot make money from what you truly love. Okay? And this is the stories that you've heard. No, you have to sacrifice, or you have to work hard, or you have to struggle, or no, you can't express this part of you because they're not going to take you seriously, this and that. People are responding to our frequency. Always. So I remember even when I started, many parts of me, when I started my business, I would hide many parts of me, especially the feminine side, because I would see it as weak. I'm like, who's going to hire me if I express my femininity? And it's funny, but when I started healing that energy, when I started healing the wounding connected to my feminine, it connected me more to my creativity, to my expression, to the way that I show up. And that exactly was what magnetized more money to enter and me creating more impact, because I'm breaking a lot those structures of what a woman in business, in career should be. So this is something that you want to question, because this is about you living your life to your fullest. Not for anybody. Not what society expects from you, but what connects you to your heart right now. And this starts with know your worth, your unique gifts, and stop hiding them. And yes, it is scary to start expressing certain parts of you. And yes, maybe you would be judged, especially by your surroundings. But if you cross that bridge, that fear, those projections, what you are going to experience in the other side is a more liberated you. A you that feels more free. A you that feels more expressive. A you that doesn't hide. This isn't about showing up for anybody. This is about showing up for you. What lights you up. And this is what true purpose is. Your purpose is connected to your heart. Your purpose is what makes you feel alive. Your purpose is connected to the obstacles that you overcame and how they turned to be your biggest gifts. Your purpose is connected to how those fears turned in your biggest power. And when you start expressing that part and show up and create or a product or a service or change company, whatever comes to you inspired, you're going to start to attract opportunities, money, collaborations, people that truly see the value of you being you. But it comes with you. Hi, Lizzie, darling. I'm so glad you're here. And I see that for women, the biggest one is very connected to the sister wound. And with one of my clients today, it was actually about that. This fear of being rejected by the circle of her friends. So she started hiding her light. She started hiding parts of herself because she was being judged by her inner circle. She's like, no, I can't show this part of me, Anna, because people feel very triggered. And this was like, for me, like, oh, this is awesome, because this is what we're going to express now even more. Because where the biggest fear lies is where the biggest wisdom and expression and abundance also lies, when we overcome that. But if we hold ourselves back, we're never going to break those limitations or patterns, and we're going to stay in this box that we've been all our life. And there is no expansion there. So the sister wound is very connected to this fear, this comes a lot to many of my women, and obviously because they're an extension of me, that there was a moment in your life that when you shined to your fullest, when you were you, you felt left out. You felt that they didn't like you or judged you or criticized you, or they were very scared, oh, this woman in her expression, she's going to take away, or my boyfriend, or this and that. So we start to dim these people that are in their light, in their expression. We start to project those fears, those insecurities, to dim that light. So since many of us, well, I would say all of us as women came here to heal the sister wounding. This fear of being judged. Also the way that we project to other women. Yes. So when we start to bring awareness to that and see it and heal it, and healing comes from feeling it, which is what we are so scared of to feel. Because we've been disconnected to our body. We've made our body so wrong. We've made the feminine so wrong, which is connected to feeling and healing, both as men and as women, that it doesn't feel safe for us to feel. So we suppress. So we reject those feelings. So we bypass them. Even spirituality for many is a form of bypass. Oh, I'm not going to feel these emotions. I'm all peace and love. Well, actually, love comes from feeling it all. Because when you reject parts of you, there is no love there. There's just no love in rejection. But when you start embracing those parts of you, this is when we can start shifting that shadow into more love. Those fears as well into more confidence and authenticity. But if we keep ignoring it and keep hiding parts of ourselves, we are vibrating in lack. We're in a frequency of lack. And if a part of you desires to make money by being you to your fullest expression, it can only happen when you embrace your fullest expression. Because this is when you see the value, the worth, the aliveness of being yourself. And when you see this, people also perceive it. And this is when you can bring something in a form of business or your gifts. And when people perceive the value, this is when they can pay. They pay it because they see the value of it. But it starts with you. You connecting again to what makes you so passionate to those gifts. And for those that ask me, but how do I know my gifts? Look back, see all the obstacles that you overcame, all those challenges. Also what people tell you that, oh my God, I love this about you. Because we normalize them as well. Because they feel so natural. For me, it felt so natural to express, to serve, to love, to nurture, that I didn't see it valuable because it felt so normal for me. And then when people were like, oh my God, this is transforming me. This is like, okay, this is interesting. I get a lot these comments. And this is when I started to see the value of this work, of also my gifts. But it always starts with you, okay, guys? So, for those that have this burning desire to make money from being themselves, being you is the part of you that you love, which is what we call the light, the part of you that you recognize, the part of you that you also show and project to the world. That is the part that you tend to love. That is the light. But then there's also the shadow, which is very connected to your subconscious. And those are the parts that we tend to repress because they were made wrong. Because when we were that person, someone projected a fear or they rejected us. And then we started to hide that part of us. That is the shadow. When you also embrace that part, both your light and shadow, this is when we're truly being ourselves. And from there, we are operating in such love and abundance. We're seeing the worth of it. We're seeing our gifts. We're expressing it. That we can start attract money from it. Because you're going to attract exactly the right people that are aligned to your vibration. That also perceive the value of what you do and what you bring to the table. Yes. So I invite you to start seeing those parts, those fears, Where am I not fully being me because I have a fear of being rejected? Where am I not recognizing my gifts or ignoring them? What parts of me don't I tend to express but I would love? What inspires me as well of others? Because the parts of us, when we see someone that inspires us, it's really a mirror of our potential. It's really a mirror of our potential. So it's also recognizing that part. And then observe the judgments as well. The projections, of that fear of lack, of someone's going to take away from me. Because those are the blockages. Also the guilt of charging. And for those that want to go a step deeper in creating wealth, more abundance, by being you in authenticity, connecting to your gifts, to your purpose. This is why I created Awakening Your Inner Goddess. And Awakening Your Inner Goddess is a 2-month live accelerator in which we are going to go deep in healing also the masculine, the feminine, unlocking our gifts, connecting to our true purpose, and releasing the money blockages to manifest and attract more into our life. But this is not a program for those that don't want to connect to the purpose, that are only looking for the money outcome. Because for me, money, purpose are one. That is me operating from abundance. Abundance is a consciousness. I am talking consciousness. What does that mean? Who you are is creating your external world, which is what we see as result. This external world is a reflection of you. And when we want to operate from a consciousness of abundance, it's going to reflect in different areas, in all areas actually. In our expression, in our time, in our pleasure, in our love, in money as well, in our purpose, in the service, in the impact. And this is the person that I'm talking to. A conscious leader that wants to go a step deeper, that wants to truly unlock those gifts, that wants to put them into service through their career. Doesn't matter if it's as an entrepreneur or as an employee. It's through a career that you connect to your purpose that truly lights you up. And from there, also attract more money. Because it's also service. There is a law of exchange, there's a law of compensation. And true abundance is also being compensated for your unique gifts. And people that are very connected to service tend to block this. This was me. Because we feel guilty, it comes so from our heart. Like, how are we going to charge for something that we truly love and help in others? And this is something that I always tell my clients. Your gifts, when you're connected to your gifts and to your purpose, this is when you should charge the most. Because what we pay, we also value. If I would give this program for free, it wouldn't transform. Because we wouldn't pay attention, we wouldn't commit to it. And it has such transformations that this is also when we are paying, when we're investing in ourselves, this is also connected to our worth. How worthy we feel to receive that. Yes. So if you're interested, it also has included a day retreat with me in Marbella, if you're based in Marbella. So for those that want to go deeper again, you can message me. The price is 444 euros. Okay, it's 2 month live with access to recording, with routines, with tools connected to meditation, also to feminine embodiment practice, releasing money blockages. Okay, there are so many. I'll send you the information and the link, so you just have to message me more info and I'll send you everything. And I'm just excited because when I see someone entering into this energy, I just know they're going to transform. And it doesn't matter whether you're going through right now the obstacle, the fears, or maybe they're doing good and they just want extraordinary, because I also get that. I just know that you're going to expand, that you're going to glow up, that you're going to shine to your fullest, that you're going to feel so in love with yourself and with what you do that you're going to magnetize all your desires. You become that force. You become that powerful creator. You truly don't become that powerful creator because you already are that, but you remember. You remember who you are. So I'm going to leave it here. Any questions that come up, you can message me. Next week, I'm going to come live with a very special human as well. And we're going to do a live together. I am now doing this live series with other women because, again, if I'm talking about shining to a fullest, one of the things that I love is like bringing also my clients here and them shining. Or people that I also feel very inspired by. So I'm going to bring many of my clients, also friends, every week. So they can share as well their insights, not only of working with me, but also them being in their career, connected to their purpose, and giving their own unique story and wisdom. Because I feel this is how we truly all expand. When one person shines, the other person is also shining. And we are so afraid of taking space. We are so afraid of taking away from others. But that's not how it works. When you're shining, you're becoming a permission slip for others to shine. Simple as that. And I'm going to finish here. Love you so much. Bye-bye for now. Have a beautiful weekend.